Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here, and we're going to continue on looking at Codex Sinaiticus and to a lesser extent Codex Vaticanus. I did a little review on this book, Neither Oldest Nor Best, and I've just been reading through it. Since then, I have completed the entire book. I've just read it, and the first 30 or 40 pages, it starts slow. It's like there is absolutely no evidence that Sinaiticus was some 1839 forgery by Constantine Simonides. But once you reach 30 or 40 pages, it's like he saved all his best evidences for last. It becomes almost a fait accompli that it was a forgery. The Codex Sinaiticus is not the oldest text complete, but it is actually a forgery done by somebody at the monastery at Mount Athos because of his uncle Benedict. They were trying to give it as a gift to the Russian Tsar Nicholas I, and so they could get a printing press there at Athos. Athos is a repository of all kinds of textual manuscripts. And so then I got this book, put out in 1982, the Codex Sinaiticus and the Simonides affair. And all this does is, while the debate was raging, this is not a new thing, back in 1859, 1861, 62, 63, that this is a list of articles, both pro and con, on whether Simonides was a liar or whether Tischendorf was being incorrect in his assertions. And I don't think anybody really disputes the fact that Tischendorf stole the manuscripts from St. Catherine's Monastery. They still got the promissory note saying he's going to bring it back. He never brought it back. So I think some's in the British Museum and some's in a museum in Leipzig. And so that's just fascinating. Now, another thing that he brings out in Neither Oldest Nor Best is the fact that Vaticanus very well could be a forgery as well, because it uses drop cap letters that are used nowhere else till the 10th century AD. And it was, it just kind of appears in the Vatican Library in 1475. And so there's a lot of hints that it may be a forgery as well. If this is the case, then all of modern textual criticism is based on a hoax, which would not surprise me, because 1859 is when Darwin came out with The Origin of the Species, and about the favored races of mankind and all this, which is totally terrible. It's totally non-scriptural. And this debate over Sinaiticus was happening in 1859 as well. So it seems like, and so most of the modern world is based on a lie. And so it would not surprise me at all that just like evolutionary science is based on incorrect assumptions, so is modern biblical textual criticism in a provable way. There's some other great David Daniel videos out on Simonides and Sinaiticus. Need to check those out. They are great. He's taken over for Chick Publications since Jack Chick died last year. And also Tares Amongst the Wheat by Chris Pinto. You can actually buy that DVD from CBD, Christian Book Distributors, or watch it online, starting at about the 1:56 mark, hour and 56 minutes in to about 2:35. He's going to go into great detail about Sinaiticus and to a little less detail about Vaticanus. Study it for yourself. I've got some other books coming in on this subject, and I'm totally fascinated. But again, just like evolutionary science is not true, it seems that we now have the smoking gun evidence and great probability that modern textual criticism, we've always known it's not true, even if these are correct manuscripts or easily disprovable. But now the whole thing collapses. It would be like if somebody found a letter from Charles Darwin saying, "I wrote the hoax of evolution trying to dethrone God. I hope it worked." If somebody found that letter, this has the same effects in textual criticism. God bless you. Just believe the Bible and believe modern Bible preservation, that God has preserved His Word. God bless you. I love you in Jesus' name.